Hello, I'm the Atomic Hobbit, and I like movies. Today, I have a treat. A real treat. I present to you the Grand Budapest Hotel. Now, for starters, I love the work of Wes Anderson, and I think this might be one of his best movies ever. It might, and the jury is still out on that because he generally makes awesome movies. And this movie is so fantastic. It's so wonderful. I'm almost speechless, but considering I'm a critic, I have to say something, but wow. The film centers around a writer in the 60s who visits the now largely abandoned Grand Budapest Hotel. He ends up meeting the owner, Zero Mustafa, and he ends up asking him how he came to own this hotel. So he tells the story, which takes place at the end of the hotel's glory days, when he was a young lobby boy. And, but he isn't really the central figure. It is Ray Fiennes' brilliant performance as Gustav H., a flamboyant concierge who has a habit of getting romantically involved with the elderly clients of the hotel. And when one of them dies and leaves and finds his possession a priceless painting, which, much to the chagrin of the elderly woman's family, who are all rich and greedy and just want this old woman's money and stuff. And it is not helped when it's revealed that she was murdered. And Gustav is the prime suspect, and he and Zero are off to prove that Gustav is innocent. It is a brilliant, well-paced caper, and oh man, it's so good! This film has brilliant casting, which I feel is something that generally Wes Anderson is really good at. He's very good at casting characters. Now, Ray Fiennes is just brilliant. He brings so much energy, so much. His performance is so mind-blowing that if it weren't for Schindler's List, this might be his greatest performance. And simply put, any performance, even like an extra's performance of Schindler's List, automatically makes it their best performance because it's Schindler's List. And it's also just awesome to see that this guy has a true acting range. That, like, the two roles that I could think of his, that, like, I really sort of thought as, that popped into my mind when his name was brought up, was his performance as Lord Voldemort and as the scary SS officer in Schindler's List. So the fact that he could go from being a intimidating SS officer and a Lord of Evil to being this flamboyant, hilarious, rather gentlemanly concierge is just, it's a testament to his acting abilities. And as for Tony Revolori, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who this is his first movie, it is a good start, and I hope it kicks off a great career. And the film is filled with, your standard Wes Anderson favorites. You got Jeff Goldblum, Adrian Brody, Ed Norton, and minor roles, and Jason Schwartzman, Bill Murray, and Owen Wilson kind of have more cameo-esque performances, but all do their job very well. Goldblum is great as this kind of confused, namely by all the greed of this family's lawyer. Adrian Brody nails it as this spoiled, sadistic son of the old woman and is a great antagonist. And Ed Norton is hilarious as a police inspector. And you've also got Willem Dafoe, who is a creepy, like legitimately creepy and sadistic antagonist. Or he's this psychopathic henchman that is like, it almost makes me want to do a top 10 list of best henchmen, but I've already did a best villains. Might do that one later, but don't hold me to it. And all the acting is so solid, as they usually are with Anderson films. It's so spot on, and I really hope some people get awards for this, for their performances, because whoa. The art direction and set design are brilliant. Aside from, you have your normal Wes Anderson storybook-like atmosphere to them, which I generally enjoy, the movie does a great job of putting this fictional Republic of Zubroka to life. Like, the hotel is an excellent set, both when it is shown in its days of splendor to its days of tottering decay. It all just looks so good, and every set looks great. There's so much detail, there's so much attention, and it really brings this world to light. It feels like, a lot of times, if you got kind of this world-building movie, or at the very least, fictional country that's like an amalgam of multiple countries, like in this case, it's kind of an amalgam of Poland, Switzerland, and Germany, and Austria, into that, you get this, but, it feels lived in, it feels real, and, wow, he's outdone himself. Whoa. Another thing that makes this film so enjoyable is the writing. The dialogue is brilliant. It manages to be both eloquent and vulgar, which really is sort of the film itself. It bounces in between this very beautiful, and then there's this really, I won't say disgusting, but more vulgar. And it really shown in the dialogue of Ralph Fiennes that he speaks with the flourish and beauty of a poet, but it's spliced with some very intense profanity that I will not repeat, because I would like to think that of the 7 subscribers, shout out to the 7 subscribers as of now, that are that I would like to think they're showing it to small children, so I will not repeat it, but there is some intense profanity. It is as if a Shakespearean sonnet was to be performed by someone with Tourette syndrome. It's written so well. It's so well paced. The dialogue is so fresh. It is, and especially also because there is this recurring theme of this odd juxtaposition. There's this running idea throughout the film that in this decadent age of inhumanity and misery, that Ralph Fiennes' character in particular is sort of this last glimmer of this old world of old societal values, but you can see it's encroaching on him, namely through his profanity. But still, excellent writing. Wow. Now, I love this movie, but I can see where some people may have a problem watching it. Now, as stated before, there is intense profanity, namely in its creativity and also the way that it's performed. But there's also some brutal violence. Now, there are really 2 cases, one of which is incredibly cartoonish, but another is less, but they're still kind of traumatic. And I think what also, this violence as well as the profanity, what really juxtaposes the two is the fact that, the set design and in general, the writing is this very eloquent and beautiful, almost dainty, and times these areas, and then you get like some really nasty stuff. So it's got a lot of adult themes going on. That but it is R-rated, so it's not intended for children to watch. But like, I guess what really sort of makes it a little offsetting is the fact it's juxtaposed to this whimsical atmosphere that the film keeps for the most part. Now, I cannot give this movie the accolades and praise that it deserves. This movie is brilliant, and as stated before, this might be my favorite Wes Anderson. I just love it. And I feel like I've just scratched the surface, but I don't want to ruin the movie. It's got some really good twists, some really good turns. It's so well done, and also it's so visual that just like I'm just some person on the internet just describing this movie to you. You need to see it. It is so good, and like words cannot do it. Just go see it, like right now. Go do it now. I'm the Atomic Hobbit, and I like movies. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos, subscribe. If not, too bad. I'm still making videos. And don't be afraid to leave a comment down here where there should be a comments bar, unless they moved it up, but I don't think so. Anyway, thanks for all the support that I've gotten. Again, shout out to, as of now, 7 subscribers. And, kudos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.